Hello.
Hi everyone, and welcome to. Wait, let me accept them. Okay, so welcome everyone to the day 4 of our learning journey. And today we will learn a really special lesson, which will be taught by our new instructor here, Mr. Rakesh. So before getting to the lesson with Mr. Rakesh, can I ask all of you to turn on the camera so that the instructor as well as us can see your face?
Thank you, Tin.
Yes. Okay, I see you, Miss Yuying. How about Miss Thơm, Miss Lang? Can you turn on your camera? Okay, so the first activity that we're having today will be an activity that related to the lessons that we learned. And I will leave the lesson today for you guys to guess. So we'll start with the warm up first. So for the warm up, we would have a debate section. So I guess that some of you already know what is debate and some of you may not. So I will introduce a little bit, okay? For example, me and Mr. Rakesh is having a debate, and maybe our topic is should we have kids or should we not have kids when we get married? Okay, and you guys, you and your partner have to have different opinion. For example, I choose to not have kids, and Mr. Rakesh choose to have kids. So we will argue about that, something like argue, but you use logic and reasons to back up what you're doing. So I will use reasons. For example, we shouldn't have kids because reason one, two, three, and then I will talk in 1 to 2 minutes. And after that, Mr. Rakesh will have another 1 to 2 minutes to persuade me why I should change my mind and have kids after marriage. Okay, and we'll start that in 6 minutes. And remember, a debate is also like a speech. So you remember to use your body language, facial expression, and eye contact in order to persuade your partners. So is that clear to all of you what is a debate and also how we can do it? Okay, so we keep talking backward and forward to each other. So let's come to the first topic that you are having. So working from home or working from the office, which do you prefer? Okay, so I will break you into breakout rooms and you will choose your side and then persuade your partners why they have to choose other side. Okay. Is there any question regarding the warm-up activity? Mr. Ho, you just joined, so we're doing a debate in which you will have different opinion from your partners and you will try to convince your partner to choose the same side like you.
Yes.
Okay, so we will have 6 minutes for the first topic. So take your time.
So,
Yes.
sorry. Can are you going to divide the team into different
Yep,
rooms
yep.
or?
I'm going to divide them into different rooms. There will be 2 people in a room. Okay, so I will start. I will join with them to see if they need any help. Okay.
I can
Miss,
also get into the room, right?
yes, I think so. Miss Tan and Miss Wen, are you there?
Quinn, just hi, Quinn. Just wait. Hi, just wait. I think Teen is going to put you in one of the room.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we are having a breakout room for
Yes.
some warm up. So just wait. She will come and she will put you in one of the group.
Okay. Because I'm just entering the room, but no one has entered the room, so I just go out the main call to
No, no,
see
no.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So let Teen come and put you in one of the room. They are doing an exercise now.
Okay.
Debate. Yeah, just hold on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Not go to rooms, right?
I cannot join any room. How do I?
Miss Hui, you just joined, right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, we are
Actually, Alice,
doing.
I have a small problem with my networks. So yeah, so it's
Yeah,
okay now.
it's okay. We're
Yeah,
doing a debate, so I break them into rooms to debate, and it's
yeah,
only 1 minute left, so you can wait for the next round. Okay, is that okay for
okay.
you?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. Yeah,
Nice
yeah,
meeting you, Miss Thui.
yeah,
This is our new instructor for today.
yeah. Mm. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Okay.
Where are you now?
I'm in Ho Chi Minh.
Ah, in Vietnam. Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. That's the same time zone. That's
Yeah. How about you? You are in
I am in
Saigon
Hanoi.
or
I am in Hanoi.
Hanoi?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's the situation there? Is it better?
Yeah, I hope so. It's not really better, but many people got full vaccinated. So I hope
Hmm.
that it will be good soon.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So we will wait for all people to be here. Still have.
Okay, I think before you project the slide, Ian, can I just let me just see who all are there, and let me just have a quick introduction before we get into the session today. So welcome everyone, and I'm really happy to meet you all. Today I will be your instructor for the session for the next 2 hours. So can I quickly have a quick introduction about yourself? Just 1 minute, yeah, so that I know you before we start the session. Quick 1 minute. Okay, I will start. I'm Rakesh Dayal. I have been following public speaking and communication for last almost like 15 years. And I've been involved with EIY with Miss Lanan since last, I would say for last 5 years. And apart from this is more like, for me, it is more of a hobby. But as my main job, I work for a company called Ipsos. I'm a director there. So I will be taking you through the session today. So that's me. And I will just like all of you to quickly introduce yourself. I know you all from one company, Vingroup, so which is good. But quickly, if you can introduce yourself, that would be great. Thank you. Anyone can go any order. Please go ahead.
Miss Thủy Vũ, can you introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, my name is Thủy. I work in the finance department at Vingroup. I work for Vingroup for 5 years. My favorite thing is going shopping, traveling, and chatting with my friends. I hope I can improve my English after enjoy this course. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, Ms. Thui.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Thủy. Can you pick the next lucky person to introduce themselves?
Hello, I'm Hiền. I work for Vingroup since 2018. I work as a finance manager of Vingroup. Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Ms. Hiền. Thank you.
Ms. Hiền, you can choose the next one.
Miss Fong, I will have to pick up. Miss Fong, can you please introduce yourself? Quickly. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, my name is Phương. I'm 25 years old and I'm a secretary, and I have worked for Vingroup for about 3 years. My hobbies is I like listening to music, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Fong. Miss Quinn.
Hi everybody, my name is Hương. I have been working for Vingroup for 2 years, and I work for tax department. Yeah. It's nice to join the class today.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, Miss Moon. Yes, please. Win.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Rakesh, and hello, everybody. I'm Thai. I'm 44 years old, and I've been working for Win Group more than 10 years. I'm working in fundraising department, belong to the financial department. Very nice
Welcome.
to meet you, and yeah, I hope my English will be maybe better after this class. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Thia. Yes, Miss Queen.
Hello, my name is Quỳnh, and I have been working for Vingroup now 3 years, and now I'm just a finance executive member. And after this class, I just want to improve my English skills. That's it, and especially about speaking. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, Miss Queen. Yes, Mr. Khoi.
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone. My name is Khoi. I'm from finance department. I do not have a lot of chance to speak English in my business, so I decided to join this course. I hope that we will enjoy this class and improve our English skill.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, Mr. Khoi. Yes. Next. There are 3 hands raised. Yes, Miss Win.
Please, you are muted.
Sorry. Hello, my name is Thuy. 32 years old. I'm just joining Vingroup for just a couple of months.
Nice. Nice meeting you, Miss Thuy. Welcome. Yeah, next.
Hello, my name is Jen. I work in Vingroup about 4 years, and I am in a reporting team. And I hope in this today I have to gain my many English skills, especially speaking. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Nice meeting you, Miss Win.
Hi, teacher.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hi, teacher. My name is Thom. I turned 25 last month. Now I live and work in Hanoi. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Ms. Thom. Yeah.
Hello, teacher and everybody. My name is Lan. I work for Vingroup as a financial controller, and now I'm 32 years old. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Miss Yan. Miss Lam, right? Miss Lam. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm Thanh. Today I'm sick. Yes. I'm 50 years old, and I am married and 2 children. I work finance controller. I work in group for 7 years. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Miss Tan. Is it Miss Tan or Miss Chin? How do I pronounce? Is it Miss Chin?
Miss Tan.
Han. Okay, Miss Tan. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Miss Thuy.
Hello, everybody. Hi, teachers. My name is Thuy. I am from the fundraising department, financial division. I was born in a small province that far from Hanoi, 1.5 hour driving hours. I love traveling. My favorite quote is enjoy the moment. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, Miss Thuy.
Thank you.
Miss Zhang. Yeah. You are on mute.
Good evening, all of you.
Good
My
evening.
name is I'm the last one. So I work for Vingroup for some years. So I hope I can work for Vingroup in several years. Yeah. So I love to reading book in my free time, but now I don't have enough free time to read. So nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you all. I think we have all the introduction, right? Everyone already introduced. Anyone left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 12, 13, 14. 14, right? There are still 4 people missing, right? 10? There are a total of 18?
No. Yeah, today some of them are sick.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so we have 14, right? So welcome once again, everyone. And today we are going to learn how to use public speaking when you are suddenly asked to present something or discuss something. Yeah, because I believe that all of you are a leader. You might be a financial controller, you might be a secretary, you might be an executive, you might be a manager, but when you are working, you are working as a leader. Leader doesn't need a title. Leader is not just a title. Leader is whatever I am doing 100%. Right? That's a leader. That's what I believe is a leader. Now, if you are a leader and if suddenly you are asked to talk about something, talk to your boss or present some idea to your team members, yeah, or you are going along with your super boss, maybe the CEO of Vingroup, you got an opportunity, just 5 minutes, he's in the lift, right? You have a big building and he is in the same lift and he says hello to you. What will you do? Will you just say hello and then just keep quiet? What will you do? Tell me. Anyone? Suppose you are in the same lift where your CEO of Vingroup is also in the same lift. Yeah. What will you do? You just have few minutes till the time it goes to the top floor. Any idea how will you talk? He says hello to you, the CEO of Vingroup. What will be your reaction? Anyone? Nothing wrong, yeah? Just imagine. Imagine that you are in a lift going to your floor and you see suddenly that the CEO comes in your lift and nobody else is there. How will you talk? What will you talk? Will you just say hello and keep quiet? What will you do? Think about it and tell me. See, my session is going to be more interactive. I'm not like a school teacher. I will tell you, you keep note and then thank you very much. No, it is more of, yes, thank you, Tin, please go ahead with the Vietnamese. But what will you do? Anyone, please. Unless you talk, you will not learn. So please talk. Go ahead. What will you do? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Tien.
I should say hello. How are you?
Mm-hmm. And then he will say, yes, thank you, I am fine. What next? You still have time to go to the loft.
Very difficult to continue talking. Yeah.
Yes, but just imagine, it's such an important opportunity for you to be in his yes, Yes, Hong, please go ahead. You're on mute.
You're mute. You're mute.
Yeah, because I think that the CEO is very busy, so his time is very precious. So I just say hello, and if he wants to continue the conversation with me, I will continue with the conversation. Otherwise, I think that keeping silence is a polite.
Yes.
Yeah, because
yes.
maybe he has something in his mind to think about, and he does not want to invite the conversation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are correct, Miss Hong. But if he is fresh in mind and if he continues talking to, yes, Miss Hong, thank you. Good morning. How are you? How are you? And how are things with you? What will you do?
Actually, if for my part, I will introduce shortly about myself. That's my name and my department. And I think I will, for the short time, maybe I will invite his comment about the performance of my department, and maybe invite some suggestions for my improvement. For example, I work for tax department, and maybe I will invite his comment how to improve my work. How does he think about the performance of the tax department in the recent time?
Brilliant, brilliant. Everybody give a clap to her. Well done. Very good, very good. So this is what, yes, Miss Hien. Come on, go ahead.
I think if you meet CEO in the lift, it is a short time, so that if you ask him or her about performance or something like that, it is not suitable.
Okay.
I think we will talk about some general thing.
Okay.
Not directly to the work.
Yeah. No, but if he is still there and he is in a very lively mood, he's just talking. So it's not like he's keeping quiet and very serious. Of course, you will not disturb him. But if he is in a very cool mood, and if he's just asking questions, it's a good time, right? It's a good time to talk.
Yeah, and I think if you want to have more conversation with him about work, you can ask him about an appointment.
Yes. Very good. So the point is, we hardly get such situation. But when we get such opportunity, are we prepared? Right? Yeah. So it's just one situation I just gave you about your CEO getting into the same lift. There could be something else. Suppose you have gone to a wedding of your friend, okay, and there you see somebody very influential, but you don't know. I mean, you haven't met him, but you know that this guy is very, or the lady is very, very influential, very known in the financial. All of you are from finance, right? I think all of you, I think except for one person, most of you are from, I think all of you are from finance, correct? So you know that this person is very influential in financial world, very famous, and you want to connect with this person. How will you go and introduce yourself? Any idea? This is another situation, right? You are in a party, you are in a wedding party of your friend, and you see someone whom you have read in maybe Forbes magazine or maybe in the newspaper, that he or she is such a great personality in finance world, and you are also from finance. So you want to connect with that person. You want to go and talk to that person. How will you initiate that discussion? I'm just giving you a situation, right? How will you do it? What will you go? How will you go and talk to this person? Because you want to connect. It's a networking, right? Have you heard of the word called networking? Networking is, yes, Miss Hien?
I think first we need to say hello and introduce just myself and ask him or her about her company or position or something like that. And after that, we can ask about some finance situation.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. So the point what I'm trying to say here is, in our life, we get into such situations many a times, and we don't get time to prepare, right? Like usually when you have to present to your, suppose you have to present the tax, somebody was talking about tax, right? I think Miss Hong were talking about tax. So if you have to present something, you will prepare, you will work on different files, Excel sheet and all that, and prepare it in a presentation slide and then go and present, right? But if you don't get any time, you just have to talk. How will you do it, right? So this is what we will learn today. This is what we will learn today. Today's session, you will learn how to quickly talk, what format, what technique which we need to follow so that you can start discussion. You don't need to think a lot. Okay, so that's the key agenda for today. That's what we are going to learn today. Okay, clear? Ms. Teen, can you just put the slides, please? Thank you. Okay. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. If you look at your screen, you will see that it's called a leader script. Yeah. And I will discuss about the leader script. But I was talking about such a situation. I gave you two situations. The first one, we call it as an elevator pitch. Elevator pitch. You can note it down. It's like in few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, how can you make your point? Yeah. It is called elevator. Elevator means the lift, right? It's called elevator pitch, which means it's not necessary that you have to be always in the elevator. No, no, no. It doesn't mean that you have to be in elevator. It's a phrase. It's called elevator pitch, which means how to be quickly thinking something and connect and talk. Convey your point in few words, in maybe few sentences. You don't have time, right? You just have, say, 1 minute. How can you still convey your point? That's called elevator pitch. Okay. Then I talked about networking. Networking means you want to increase your connection in your field. So for example, you are in finance. Yeah, that's your function, that's your field. Now you would like to improve, and you would like to widen your network, meaning you want to learn from someone in your own field. Suppose somebody is from tax. You would like to know who else is known in the market in Vietnam, who is known good for taxation, right? So you will try to connect with that person physically, or maybe today people connect online. How many of you are aware of LinkedIn? LinkedIn. Do you know what is LinkedIn? Can you write it, Miss Teen? LinkedIn. I just want to know how many people have heard of the website, the networking site called LinkedIn? Yes, Quinn? Miss Quinn?
Yes, I know it. I know the website, the
Okay.
networking LinkedIn. Yes, already
Yes.
uploaded my profile on that. Yes.
Very good, very good. So I would recommend all of you today to, if you are not part of the LinkedIn, go and put your profile there. Why? Because it is not for chit chat and just gossip. No, it is meant for professional networking. Professional networking. So suppose you are from finance and you want to connect with people from finance, maybe in Vietnam, maybe outside Vietnam, because global, right? Online, everybody is connected. So you might be connected to somebody somewhere, maybe in US, maybe in Australia, maybe in Japan, who is also in your field. And they will discuss something on financials. And then you can learn. You can learn a lot of things. So I suggest you, please go, like what Miss Quinn mentioned. Please go tonight or maybe tomorrow during the weekend and put your profile there. And you will see that you will get a lot of knowledge if you can spend maybe half an hour daily, or maybe once in 2 days, you can just go online and just see that, right? So that is something which I was talking about as networking. Or there could be an urgent situation. Your boss calls you in the cabin and says, okay, can you just tell me what happened to this situation? What happened to this particular project? Why the vendor is not paying, or something like that, right? And you have to come up with some answer. How will you do that? Right? So that could be another situation. Or you are being interviewed for your next promotion. How will you present yourself? What should be your, how can you impress the person who is interviewing you? Yeah, you don't have time, but you still want to impress the person so that you get promoted to the next level in Vingroup. So how will you do it, right? So again, we will look at what to do. And maybe you are in a meeting. You are in a meeting where maybe it's like a Monday morning meeting to just discuss what are the plan for the whole week. Or for example, now it is a time when every company is working on the budget for 2022, right? So in a meeting, how will you present things? How will you make sure that whatever you are presenting, people are able to grasp it, people are able to understand and take it? So that's another situation, right? Meeting is another situation. Or somebody might quickly ask you, what is the update on that particular project? Maybe you are starting a new office, and you are already paying to some supplier, and somebody asks you, oh, tell me, where have we reached? How far have we gone with that project? How long is it going to take to complete that project? How much more money is going to be required? You can't say that, oh, let me go back to my desk, let me look at it. No, you have to say at that time, but convincingly. How? And maybe the last situation, or many other situations, but one more situation which you can think of is about sharing ideas. Okay, just imagine your boss calls you in the room, and maybe two, three more people, and say, oh, we have this problem or this issue. Can you suggest something? And that's where you have to come up with idea which is more convincing, where your boss feels, wow, I'm so happy that I have this person in my team. Yeah. So these are some of the scenarios. As a leader, when I say leader, it doesn't mean the designation. When a leader, there are leaders who go get promoted, go to a CEO and all. That is another way of looking at a leader. Yeah. So every company has a CEO, CMO, CFO, yeah, and all those, right? So they based on their experience, they reach that level and they become a leader. But the other way of looking at leadership is all of us are leader. Why? Because whatever I am doing, whatever is my job responsibility, I do it more than 100%. I am the best. I do the best. That means I'm a leader. Okay? Are we all aligned on this? Do we believe in this? Yes? Yes? We are a leader, yes? Yes? Okay. Okay. So it's so that's why we will be looking at the leader's script. Meaning, script means it's like what you will talk. That's the script, right? So in any discussion, yeah, you will not have much time, right? So the first thing you have to do is grab the attention of the person whom you're talking to or you are presenting to. What is grab? Grab means attack, like catch the attention. Catch the attention. Ms. Tin, if you can keep translating the key points, that will be helpful. Yeah, thank you. So grabber means you need to have some word, some sentences which catches the attention of your audience. Now, when I say audience, it could be your CEO when you are in the lift. It could be that influential person whom you met at the wedding, and he or she is also from a finance field, very reputed. Just imagine you meet the governor of State Bank of Vietnam. Wouldn't you like to connect with that lady? Right? It's like such an honor, right? To connect with the person who is the chief of State Bank of Vietnam. Right? So you would like to connect. So what should you say so that she gets interested to talk to you? Because she will have a lot of people wanting to talk to her. Right? So what should I just say to grab the attention of the person? Okay, so that's grabber. How I can start my discussion. That's the first point, which is called grabber. You can write it down. Grabber. So any discussion, you need to grab the attention. Okay, so that's the first thing. Next, you need to have a right message, a very important message, not a lengthy one, not a big one, short but very powerful message. Because unless I know why you want to talk to me, why should I care to talk to you? Right? Unless I know that, oh, this person is talking sense, has a great point, let me listen. Otherwise, why should I listen? Right? So your message should be very important, should be short but powerful, and we will see how to make message powerful. Okay, so the first point is about grabbing the attention, which is called grabber. The second is about the message. Third, we will also look at how to structure your points which you want to share. Yeah, it should not be like anything which comes, I will just talk. No, it has to have a sequence, and we will see what are the different techniques which we can use for the structure. Okay. And the last one, a very important one, is call to action, meaning the whole discussion I did, I want the other person to take some action. For example, if I am being interviewed for a promotion, next promotion in Gwyn Group, I want my boss to promote me, correct? So how can I influence that my boss or someone from HR to recommend me for the promotion, right? So that's called call to action. Am I clear? Am I going very fast? Please let me know. Or is it my language okay? Are you able to understand? Shall I go slow? Please let me know.
I think it's okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it okay for all? Yeah. Thank you. I can see Miss Chow nodding. Good. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Miss Tui.
Can you explain more about call to action?
Thank you. Very good. I like this. Please. Yes, yes. Please ask me if you are not clear. Yeah, you are spending your very important time. This time, otherwise you would have done something else, right? So you are investing your time. Make sure every discussion, every point you are clear. Thank you so much, Ms. Tui. So the point about call to action is, see, any discussion we are doing. Now we are having a session, a class on public speaking. What is the end result? What do you want to take from the session today? That's the call to action. The call to action means after the whole 2 hours of our discussion, at the end of the 2 hours, you should be confident enough. Yeah, you should be confident enough to go and talk to anyone at any situation. How can you start discussion? How can you structure your talk based on these points? And towards the end, call to action, meaning any discussion, there has to be an objective, right? What do you want to do from that discussion? What do you want from that discussion? Like, for example, networking situation. What do you want when you started, when you want to connect with somebody influential? You just want to know him better or her better and connect. Maybe next time you will ask for a coffee, maybe know the person more, and then maybe learn from that person. Or maybe you want to work with that person, right? So that's call to action. Or for example, you have been asked to share your idea. Last point, right? Teamwork. If you are asked to share your idea, what is the call to action? The call to action will be, you would like that, okay, this is my idea and you would like your idea to be selected, to be discussed. That's the call to action. What is the result? That result is the call to action. What do you want that person to do? Yeah, that's call to action. Am I clear? Any question, please ask me. Okay?
Yeah, that means the outcome of the, maybe the relationship or the talk, or yeah.
Yes, so what do you want from the discussion?
Yeah.
As a result of the discussion, what do you want to achieve? That's call to action. Suppose you are giving a talk to your friend to convince that friend to buy a product which you are selling. Okay? So your call to action is your friend should buy that product.
Yeah.
That's call to action.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Okay. Miss Tin, yeah, Miss Hien, please tell me.
Can you give them some example about a message, a short and powerful message?
Okay. Just hold on. We will go through in the next slide. You will see it. Okay. Just hold on to it, to your thoughts.
Okay.
We will go through it in detail. Okay. Now, so I would like you to again get into the room and discuss. Let me just explain. Grabber means what? What is the purpose of a grabber? Yeah. So that is something which you would be discussing. What do we do to capture attention of the listeners in such different situations? That's grabber, right? Then you will also discuss about the message. What is message? What is the purpose of a message? How long is the message? Structure. What are some types of structure we can use? Just think about it, and then we will go through it in detail. But I just want to ask you to think, yeah, and discuss between two of you. Call to action. We have already shared some of the example. So discuss on these points. Ms. Teen, if you can put our learners into different room as a pair, just to discuss, maybe 2 minutes, that's it. Whatever you have understood, just discuss with each other. And we will come back. I will take you through each of these steps in detail. Yeah, just 2 minutes. Thank you.
This time you have 2 accounts, right? Miss Tan, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, you have 2 accounts. Okay, you will use this one. Do you see any notification? Are you in the breakout room already?
Maybe she has joined through laptop and maybe also mobile. Sometimes it happens like that.
Nó có ra ngoài cổng bao giờ đâu.
I cannot listen.
Can you join the breakout room?
Nobody in the room. Breakout 5.
It's home. While you're back, is there anyone in your room?
Hello. Yep.
Hi.
Mr. Khoi is in my room. Mr. Khoi was in my room, and then we talked something, and then yep. And then we just want to come back to the main call to read again the requirement.
It's okay. It's okay.
Have you all finished discussing, or is it too short?
Yeah. I agree with you that it's too short, and after reading again the requirement, we will come back to the breakout session and discuss further. Yeah.
Mr. Rakesh, do we need to break them out again?
No. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Is everyone back?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So can you go to the next slide, please? Okay. So what is a grabber? What is a grabber? Thank you. Grabber meaning it is something where you have to engage your audience or your listener. Engage. How can I engage with you? If you remember, I wanted, because I'm talking to you all for the first time. What did I do when I started my session? How did I engaged with you? Tell me. If you remember, if you recollect. What did I do? For me, all of you are new, right? I'm meeting you all for the first time. How did I engage? You are my listener, right? You are my audience. What did I do? Yes, Miss Queen.
I think the first thing how to engage with the listener is that we need to determine the topics that we are discussing. We have to, that we have to talk about the one they just want to listen. It means that the topic they care about, not about only the things that we care, but they do not want to listen. So I think that the first step is just to determine the topics that both of us, it means that the listener and the speaker just both care about.
Very good. Very good. So very good point, because the first thing of engagement is any topic which you want to discuss with your audience should be relevant to that audience, to the person whom you are talking to. Yeah. Just imagine you are going and talking to a small kid and you talk your financial language. Yeah. Book the profit here and then put the debit there. You start talking about EBITDA and all that. The kid is going to hate you, will never talk to you ever in the life, right? So it has to be relevant, correct? So as Miss Quinn mentioned, the topic has to be relevant to the audience. Always remember that. Then only you will be able to engage well with your listener or your audience. It has to connect. The first thing in any speech, any discussion, any public speaking, you have to have a relevant topic, something of my interest. Then only I will listen. Just imagine you're watching you're watching a video on YouTube, right? And then you suddenly see ads coming in. You can't stop it because it is embedded. It will run for 4 seconds. But if there are ads which is of your interest, you get really interested to see more than 4 seconds, right? Correct? Yeah. But if it is of some boring something, you just wait. Oh, let this ad get over fast. Ad, correct? So always remember, whenever you are starting a discussion, whenever you are having say a meeting, or you are presenting, the first few words, the first few sentences have to be engaging. The first thing of a speaker is to engage with the audience. Okay? And how to engage? The topic, the points has to be relevant. Okay? So that's the first thing. And then it has to be something different. The first point which you see here is startle the audience. What do you mean by startle? What do you mean, anyone? Startle. Do you know this word called startle?
No, I don't understand the word.
No problem. Startle means you never expected that this person is going to talk like that. you put a point, something which will, I never thought about this. Yeah, not general, not common. Suppose if I go and talk to you saying, you know what, COVID is good for us. What? Sorry? It's not, because we all know it is not. But somebody just comes and says, oh, no, COVID is good for us. Yeah, it startles. I'm not saying it is good for, I'm just giving an example. Okay, don't quote me. COVID is not good. COVID is certainly bad for not only us, but for the entire humanity. Yeah, but I'm just telling you, just giving an example. It just startles you because it is not common. It is not expected. And we, as an audience, I never expect somebody coming and on the stage and saying COVID is good. Or I would come and say, if I am talking to some married people in the room and say, marriage is outdated. Just imagine. And I'm addressing all the married people in the room. So it's like creating controversy, creating something which catches the attention of the audience. Okay, that's called startle the audience. Can you come up with something which catches the attention? It is not expected from you, and you suddenly say something which grabs the attention of the audience. Okay, so that's startle the audience. Then arouse the curiosity of the audience, meaning make it in such a way that they feel, okay, what next? What is he going to talk next? Very interesting. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to your next statement. I'm looking forward to your next point. That is what we call as arouse the curiosity of the audience. Showing them examples, asking rhetorical questions, using props. What is rhetorical question? Anyone? Has anyone heard of the word called rhetorical? It's a tough word, but yeah. Have anyone heard about this word? Rhetorical question. Let me explain it. Rhetorical question means that it's a type of question where you don't expect an answer. It's a type of question. Rhetorical. You can see it on the slide, right? The second box. Second box, second point. Ask rhetorical questions. So what is rhetorical question? Rhetorical question means a question where you don't expect an answer. Example. You are very angry, okay, and you are talking to this person whom you are angry with and say, do you think I'm stupid? Yeah, you say something sometimes like that, right? In this question, there is a question, right? Do you think I am stupid? You don't expect an answer saying, yes, I know you are stupid. No, you don't expect an answer for that, correct? So that is what we call it as rhetorical question, where there is a question, but you don't expect an answer. Okay? Am I clear on the rhetorical question? So when you have these questions, this helps the audience to create the interest in your talk. Okay, so in the grabber itself, there are different points, different types which you can use. Either you can startle the audience by saying something very, very unexpected. Yeah, so that is what we call. So these are the techniques within the grabber. Okay, So the first one is startling the audience. How can you startle the audience? I'm just repeating again. How can you startle the audience? By saying something which is very unexpected, very unusual. So then my mind was thinking something else, but then suddenly you said something which is I never expected. And then what happens is I start listening to you. That's the first technique within Grabber. The second technique is arouse the curiosity. How can you arouse the curiosity? By showing some example, by asking some questions. So that will increase the curiosity, and then my audience will be eager to listen to the next point. So that's another technique. Or one of the best technique is telling a story. Telling a story. Because every human being, all of us, our brain is wired in such a way that we love to hear stories. Even in a business presentation, if you show too many data, if you are from finance, of course you love data, you love numbers, right? If you don't see the number, you will feel something is not right? Every day you need to see some numbers, different tables, this file, that file, we look up and all that, right? That's what you look at. But just imagine you are from finance and you have to prove or present something to person from HR. Can you use the same discussion, same language, what you use with your colleagues in finance to somebody in HR? Can you do that? They will lose you, because they will completely lose you, right? Because they will not understand your language, because that's finance. So how can you make your point, which is more of a financial aspect, easy and simple, like us telling a story to somebody from HR who has no idea, no understanding about taxation, no idea and understanding about what's profit and what is loss? Yeah. So you need to come up with a story. You need to explain in such a way that it becomes easy for the person who is not from a financial background. Correct? So that's something which we call it as, still you can grab the attention of your audience if you tell something in a form of a story. Okay? So that's another technique within Grabber. The next one is about reference to audience. You can say, you can connect your audience. Give an example saying, miss this. You know what? Let me share what great work she has done. You can actually take some example from the audience to prove some point. So that is called reference to audience. And the last one is also about using quotes. There are some very powerful quotes. And when you are trying to convey some message to your audience, you can actually use these quotes. Like for example, any quote. Any quote anyone can tell me? Any quote? Okay, let me give an example. Maybe you might have heard it. Be the change you want to see. Which means if you want to see a change, you need to bring the change yourself, right? Or aim for the moon and reach at least the star, right? So these are some of the quote. Or maybe health is wealth. Everybody must have heard this, right? Health is wealth. Simple quote. So if you want to prove your point, and if you can show some example, some quote, so that becomes very powerful. People remember the quote rather than the long sentences. Okay, so that's another technique for grabber. Am I clear on the grabber? Any question on grabber? All good? Okay. Silence means I assume that all is good. Okay. Ms. Teen, can you go to the next slide, please? Okay, here comes the example in different situations. You were asking, I think someone was asking about some of the example. What could be the example, right? So in a networking, let's go back to the example which I gave you. You are in a wedding of your friend, and you see a very influential Ministry of Finance. Somebody, some big minister from finance is also attending that wedding. Won't you like to go and connect with that person? Yes, you would like to. But how would you introduce yourself? You can show that interest. You are the very person I wanted to meet. I wanted to see. These are called the grabber statements. What you are doing by saying that, you are actually giving importance to the other person. You are the very person I wanted to see. Just imagine how much importance you have given to the person you want to connect with. Yeah. So you need to think of a statement which grabs the attention of the audience. So that's a networking situation. Or you can say, I just heard something that that will interest you. The other person will be saying, okay, tell me what is it? Because everybody wants to know what is different, what is interesting. So these are some of the grabber statements which you can use for different situation. Sometimes, like for a situation like urgent situation, suppose you are working with your boss and you want to grab the attention of your boss. How can you grab the attention? You can say, I want to run an idea by you. Do you have a minute? Nobody will say, oh, no, I'm so busy, I don't even have a minute. Correct? You are just asking for a minute. That's the way to ask. That's the way to grab the attention. Right? So these are a very powerful statement which you can use for such situation. Yeah. Or you can say, is it a good time to ask you something? You are asking for a permission so politely that the other person is not going to refuse you. Right? So these are called grabber statements. Clear? Next situation. Suppose it is about an interview situation. What we can say? Thank you for having the opportunity to be with you here today. I am impressed with your company achievements recently. So suppose you are going for an interview for a company, and you want to grab the attention of the interviewers. How will you do that? So what you are saying is you are already talking good about the company, your prospective company, your prospective employer. That person will feel so good that you are praising the company, right? So that's called, again, something which you can use for that situation. Another one, elevator pitch. Remember, I asked you a situation, I gave you a situation where the CEO is with you. Here is that. You were asking me, right? Okay, so I will say good morning, and then I will see his mood, and then I will see whether I should talk or let him go. Yeah, no, that's an opportunity. If you can talk sense, like I have an idea that could save 500 million straw dumped into the ocean every day, or something for Win Group. I have an idea to save 100 million per month. I have an idea. Would you like to spare some time? Tell me who wouldn't mind giving you time. Yeah. These are some of the technique. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to come up with some 500 million saving discussion. No, no, no. It is just an example. You can come up with anything which you want, right? But how can you grab the attention of somebody who is very senior to you? It has to make sense to that person, right? So that's about the elevator pitch. If you are in a meeting, I'm glad that you asked about that. Suppose you are in a meeting and somebody asks you a question. How can you still grab the attention of the audience? By saying, oh, thank you for that question. I'm glad that you asked me about that. I know that the deadline may seem tight, and then you can continue discussion. But then you have already praised the person, saying and giving you have already thanked for that person to ask for that question. Okay, so you have again grabbed the attention. Project update. Suppose you have to give a project update to your team. How can you grab your attention? Grab the attention of the audience. I'm pleased to provide you an economic update. The moment you say I'm pleased to provide you the economic update, people will be happy because they expect that it is going to be good. Correct? Next one, sharing ideas. We have made a major investment in a company called ABC, which we believe that would create a great value. You're talking positive. You're already grabbing the attention. Am I clear on the grabber with the examples? Are we all clear?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
It's clear.
Thank you. Thank you. Any question, please ask me. Don't hesitate. Okay, there is nothing, there is no wrong, right. Just ask me questions. Okay. Ms. Tin, can you move to the next slide, please? Now, let's talk about the message. Your message has to be very sharp. If you really want the audience to remember and pay attention to what you're saying, your message has to be very, very powerful, very, very, unique. Now, how can you do that? Message is one idea. It has to be a single, clear sentence. Your message cannot be long or very long, because then it loses its relevance. Okay? So message has to be, is one of the idea. It has to be single. It has to have clarity. It should be engaging to the listener. Then only you will be you will be able to be powerful in what you're saying. And when you are sharing that message, it should be really coming as so forceful, like a conviction. Meaning, you need to be passionate about whatever you're saying. Then the other person also starts believing in your message. Otherwise, people don't believe in what you're saying. It has to show that you are so passionate about your message. Okay? The last one is, you need to say very clearly, my message is. Sometimes you have to, if your audience is not getting it very clearly, you need to say, this is my message. Okay? So that's about the message. So first we saw the grabber, then the message. Now the next one, this thing, is about the structure. So there are 4 different type of structure which we normally use in any discussion or in any presentation, in any speech. Okay, so let me take you through 4 different structures which you can use for your speech or for your presentation. Okay, number 1 is called prep technique. Prep meaning what? It's an acronym. P stands for positioning. Positioning your point. What's your point? You need to position it. R means reference. Okay. E means example. You need to give an example for that. And P again means repeating the same positioning which you shared to started with. So it's called prep technique. So when you are, suppose you are, again, let me say that you are addressing to your big team about something, some interesting project. Now you have grabbed the attention, you have given the clear message. Now comes the main body of your content, right? The key content. Now the content, if you are using a prep technique, you will start with saying something which you want to positioning. Yeah, like a point. What is the point which you want to share? Position is nothing like but a point. What's the point? What's the reference to the point? Yeah, or can you give some examples and then repeat the point again? Let's go through a video. Let me show you a video where the person explains it very clearly. Okay.
You ever get asked a question?
Can you all hear the sound?
Yes, but it echoes in your side, so can you mute?
Thank you.
Do you ever get asked a question and your mind goes blank? Or you ramble and fail to make the point? Instead, wouldn't you like to answer questions in a way that makes you sound clear and confident? I'm Diane Windingland with Virtual Speech Coach, and today you will learn a simple approach to answering questions off the top of your head without sounding like you've lost your mind. You just need to prep your answer. Prep is an approach described in the book Speaking Up, Surviving Executive Presentations. PREP is an acronym, P-R-E-P, in which the first P stands for position. State your position. You need to decide what your point is and state it clearly up front. Get to the point. The letter R stands for reason. Give a reason. Reasons usually start with the word because. The letter E stands for evidence. Provide evidence or an example. And the final P is position again. Restate your position. Let me give you a simple example. Let's say a friend asks me, where would be good to go on my next vacation? I'll prep my response. Position. I think you should consider going on a cruise for your next vacation. Reason. There are many reasons why cruises are great, but the biggest reason for me is convenience. Evidence. For example, my husband and I went on a 22-day, 18-port cruise this fall. It was so convenient to have the ship take us from port to port. We didn't have to lug bags to different accommodations, and we didn't have to pack or unpack. Restating the position. If you want to see a lot of places without a lot of stress, you should consider going on a cruise. Practice using PREP so that you will sound clear and confident the next time you get asked a question.
So are we clear? What is prep? Somebody can explain me? What is P? What is P? Anyone who has written the prep? What's P? Positioning or talking about your point, what you want to share. So that's the first P. R is reference or reason. Why I am talking about that point? Why? Yeah. So that's R. Then it is E. E is example, evidence or example. P again, the last P is again repeating what I started with. That's called prep technique. And she gave us an example, right? What was the example she gave? So she says she gave an example of a friend asking her where to go for a vacation. So her positioning is you should use this a dreamline, a ship which takes you around on a cruise. So that's the point which she wanted to share. Then she says reason she shared, saying that, oh, you know what, it really gives you a very good completely out of the city, you have such a nice sceneries and all that. That's the reason why she's saying you should go on a ship cruise. Yeah. So that was R. Sorry. Yes. PR. E, she gave an example. She said, you know what? I and my husband went on this cruise and it was such an entertaining, such a nice cruise. We get refreshed. Yeah. So PRE. And then she said, you know, when you are thinking of your next trip to get refreshed, I suggest you to go on this cruise. Yeah. Understood? Clear on the prep technique? You can use the prep technique for any speech. Okay. Am I clear? Is the example clear to you, all of you? Any question? Hello? No? No one? Everybody is clear?
Yes, I think it's clear.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I want such confirmation, right? Otherwise, I feel that I'm just talking to screen. Yeah. Thank you. Ms. Tin, can you put the presentation once again? Thank you. And no. Yeah. We did not give the, yeah, this is the one, right? Presentation structure. Yeah. So we understood this is one of the technique which we use for presentation structure. The next one is we can discuss about cause and effect. What does it mean? Cause and effect? Because of this is happening. Correct? Because of air pollution, today we are seeing so many patients of asthma, lung problem. So what is the cause? The cause is pollution, air pollution. And the effect is there are a lot of people getting impacted, lot of lungs disease happening in the society. So that's a cause and effect. Or you can say that if you don't exercise, so that's a cause, what happens? You become obese, you become fat, right? So that's a cause, and what's the effect of that cause? So cause and effect. So in your speech, in your discussion, you can use this technique as well. Yeah. you can use this technique to elaborate your point. Again, depending on what topic you are speaking on. Okay. Now again, I will show you another video where you will understand what's cause and what's effect. Cause and effect. Let me share with you.
Bụi bẩn trong nhà có thể gây viêm mũi dị ứng. Navas HD chứa fexofenadine 180mg, tác dụng nhanh và hiệu quả trên triệu chứng viêm mũi dị ứng.
Identifying cause and effect. Identifying cause and effect in texts is important as it helps us to understand the events that are happening. It helps us to understand what's happening and why it's happening. A cause happens first. It's why something happens. To find the cause, ask, why did this happen? An effect happens after the cause. It tells us what happened. Let's look at some cause and effect relationships. It rained. Carolina got wet. It raining is the cause because it must have occurred first, and because it tells us why Carolina got wet. Carolina getting wet is the effect because it had to have happened after the cause, and it tells us what happened. Here's another example. Phil stayed up late. Phil was tired in the morning. Let's start by looking for the cause, which happens first and tells why. That's right, Phil staying up late. Which happens after the cause and tells us what happened? That's right, Phil was tired in the morning. This is the effect. Cause and effect relationships occur every day. For example, if you study hard, you'll get better grades. Forget to use sunscreen on a hot day, you'll get sunburnt. Play in the mud, get muddy. An easy way to spot cause and effect relationships in books is to look out for signal words. Cause and effect signal words tell the reader that there might be cause and effect occurring. Here are some cause and effect signal words and phrases you might come across. Now, see if you can spot signal words in a text, and then work out which is the cause and which is the effect. Wendy was feeling sick, so she stayed home from school. Can you see the signal word? That's right. So. Now let's work out which is the cause and which is the effect. Remember, a cause happens first, but not always first in the text. And it answers the question, why did this happen? The cause must be Wendy feeling sick. It had to have happened first, and it answers the question, why? Why did she stay home? We know Wendy staying home from school must be the effect because it happened after the cause, and it tells us what happened. Wendy stayed home. Let's look at this sentence. Can you find a signal word or phrase? The swimming carnival was cancelled due to bad weather. The signal phrase is due to. What is the cause and what is the effect? See if you can work it out. How did you go? The cause is the bad weather because it was the event that happened first, and it tells us the why. The effect is the swimming carnival being cancelled because it happened after the cause, and it tells us what happened. Try some more on your own. In each sentence, identify the signal word or phrase.
You understood what is the cause and effect now? Very clear? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is,
yes.
So you can actually use this in your discussion, in your speech. So this is another technique which we use for structure. So structure meaning in your speech, how can you use this technique for your structure of your speech? Either you can use, we started with prep, you can use a prep technique, you can use a cause and effect. Now the next one is understanding, I think past, present and future. It's okay. Yeah. So let me just let me present. So that's another technique for your speech which we can use. Let me quickly. So what is it?
My name is Ariel.
So what is this past, present, and future technique? So you can say in your speech when you are discussing on the script, yeah, you can say what happened in the past, what is happening now, and what you think would happen next. For example, let's take an example of your finance. You are giving a budget for 2022. You are sharing it with your CFO, which you have prepared. How can you show? You show the year before, correct? 2020, how the performance of Win Group was by different department. And then what you're showing is how we performed in 2021 against the previous year, 2020, which was more of a pandemic, still a pandemic, but you want to compare with 2019, which was a normal year. So you're talking about the past. You are showing how we performed this year, present, okay? And then you are showing something which you expect will happen next year, future. So again, this is another technique which you can use for your speech, where you can use past, present, and future. Understand? So this is the third technique which you can use for your speech. Okay? Let me show you some example.
And I just started my first job as a project manager. When I was a
So in this video, you will see that this lady is showing, is explaining us how her past was, what is her current, and what she wants to do in the future. It's a speech where she is explaining us her past, her present, and future in a very interesting way so that you get engaged. She uses grabber, and I will not steal the fun, because just look at what is the prop she's using. Okay, let me just show you first.
Guys, Lindsay again, and this is my past, present, future speech. So as we can all agree, everybody's unique in their own way. How you were raised, your home life, everything contributes to who you are, your personality, your goals, your ethics, everything. So throughout this speech, I have a couple things for you guys I'm kind of excited to show you, and they just give a little inside glance at what I'm like. So the first object I have is my tennis shoes. So back about a year ago now, I was in a relationship that was pretty unhealthy, and I was gaining a lot of weight. So at one point I was up over 20 pounds, and I was really upset at just who I had become and didn't know how I let myself slip like that. And so after I had a little wake-up call one day, I decided to kind of kick myself back into gear. So I started eating more moderately, watching what I ate and how I ate it, and more than anything, I brought these bad boys back in the picture. and I started working out all the time. I was going to the gym regularly, probably 5-6 days a week, working out really hard and really doing anything that I could to reverse everything that I had done to my body. So even though I'm not a big follower of number on the scale, I think it's more important that you feel healthy than necessarily what that number says. But over the past about 9 months now, I've lost over 25 pounds, and those goals have gone beyond the scale. I mean, I'm more confident than I've ever been, and I really love who I'm becoming. It's given me a lot of work ethic and a lot of other traits that'll really contribute to my well-being in the future. So that's my first object. Next, I have my St. Bernard's badge to show where I am in life right now. So I'm using this employee badge because I'm a student radiologic technologist there right now, better known as an X-ray tech. So this challenges me in so many ways, mentally and physically, between working anywhere from 16 to 30 hours a week there and having clinicals for 16 hours a week. Then I have 3 online classes that I'm in and that homework. So I'm a really, really busy person, and it's a lot to juggle, but that's also just who I am. I've always been that person to take on more than I really have to, challenge myself in new ways, and really just go above and beyond what I need to be doing. So I've done all of this while having almost a 4.0 GPA. I'm in the Honors College Association. I'm in Lambda Nu, which is the Honor Society for Radiologic Technologists. I'm also in a sorority, Zeta Tau Alpha, and I've done all of this while being almost 800 miles away from home. So that definitely has been a challenge on its own, but all of these things and doing them by myself and just constantly challenging myself has really shaped who I am now and giving me the values that I have. And last but not least, an object to represent my future is a textbook. Plot twist, I use this all the time, always studying. So I could have taken the future a lot of different ways, but I thought that the textbook really depicted everything that I'm going for in life. So like I mentioned before, I'm finishing up my last semester of X-ray school right now, and I start radiation therapy in August, which I cannot even explain how.
So you saw that lady actually explaining how she's narrating the story of past, present, and future. So again, this is another technique which we use for the structure of your speech. Are you clear about this technique of past, present, and future? Yeah? Okay. And the last one, Ms. Dev, once again, please. It's called problem and solution. What does it mean? So you can actually in your presentation, in your speech, you can start with saying, okay, this is a problem. So you can say, oh yes, we are facing as a company, we are facing a challenge of the revenue, for example. Yeah, we are facing the challenge of revenue, but you know, we have looked into all the different aspect of the business, and there is something very interesting which we want to share with you. And then you talk about the solution, what you have thought about, right? So that is what is something what we call it as, you can start in your speech, you can have problem and you can have solution. Okay, now let's again look at some example of a problem and solution.
I truly believe that if you want to succeed in sales or in any type of business job, you have to write well.
Hey guys, it's Lindsay again, and this is my
November 7th.
Okay, so here in this particular video, you will see how this person is talking about a problem which is about the people not wearing helmet. Very relevant for all of us in Vietnam, right? So people not wearing helmet, that's a problem. Or actually the problem is this accidents. And the solution is everybody should be wearing helmet always. Yeah, so it's a problem and a solution. Listen to this.
Days ago, the news press reported that a 54-year-old Charlotte County man was severely injured after he lost control of his motorcycle and overturned. The victim was not wearing a helmet and could have fared much worse. But who has to pay for irresponsible behavior like this? As an avid motorcycle rider myself, I know that unfortunately accidents like these are too common and sometimes much worse. Lax helmet laws are to blame. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, in the United States, only 3 states have no helmet law, 27 have a restricted law, and 20 have full-time helmet laws. In this presentation, I will provide you with sufficient information to make a judgment on the necessity of helmet laws and see the need for regulation as a step in the right direction to solve this problem of motorcycle rider injuries, deaths, rising medical costs, and rising insurance premiums. To begin, let's look at the history of helmet laws and where this problem started. From my
Okay, we don't need to go through the entire presentation, but the idea was to show you that in the speech, you can actually talk about a problem and then come up with the solution. So that's one of the other technique which you can use for your speech. Okay, so what did we learn in a proper speech? What did we learn? What was the first one? Yes, Ms. Zhang? Sorry, Chow. Ms. Chow.
Yes, first one is the prep. The second one is the cause and effect. The third one is the past, present, future, and the last one is a problem and solution.
Very good. So that's the structure of your speech. Okay, very good, Ms. Cho. So that's the structure. But before structure, what was the 2 other things we started with? Before structure, this is the presentation structure. Can you go back? The leadership script. I'm just reminding people on those. Yeah. Yes. So the first is the grabber. We looked at what is grabber. Then we looked at message. You need to have a strong message, short message, simple but very clear. So grabber, message, structure. Within structure, we saw 4 different types of structure which you can use for your speech. Clear till this point? Now let's talk about call to action. What is call to action? Let's go to the call to action slide, please. And let's look at what are the example call to action. Remember, sometimes some few minutes back, somebody asked me a question. What is a call to action? It was, I think, Ms. Thui asked that, right? So, what is call to action? Let's look at some of the example. Networking. Suppose you are networking and you are talking to somebody you have met for the first time. So, before you end the discussion, what is the call for action? What next? That person whom you are talking to, you want that person to do. That's call to action. So suppose you are meeting this person. As I said, this person is a very famous CFO of a CFO of a company somewhere, and you want to talk to him, and you have already started the discussion. Now you know you are ending the discussion. How would you end the discussion so that there is the next action? So you can say, may I ask your contact information so that we can follow up our conversation next week? Okay. So that is a call for action, meaning you have already introduced yourself to the new person, and now you want to continue the discussion. You don't want to just say, thank you very much, good to know you, done. How can you continue? How can you still connect with that person? So that's the call for action. What you want from that person is, you are requesting that person, can I have your contact number? Can I have your mobile number so that we can continue the discussion and follow up on our conversation next week? So that's the call for action. Clear? That's an example of a call for action when you're in a situation of networking. Am I clear? Please ask me if you're not clear. Okay? Okay. Silence means either you are very clear or you are totally not clear. Okay. Okay. I assume you are clear. Next one. Urgent situation. No. Example. Urgent situation. I will take action soon. So it's not like this is an urgent situation. You are discussing something with your boss about the work, and then you are saying, you are not ending the discussion there. You are saying, I am going to take action soon. So that's the call to action. I would like your approval to move forward this program. That's again a call to action. You are not just finishing off the discussion and without any action. What's next? The moment we talk about what's next, that becomes your call to action. Suppose you are in an interview and then you want to stop or you end the interview, but then what's the call for action? So example could be, I have enjoyed our meeting and look forward to the prospect of working in your firm. What's the next steps? Yeah. So suppose you are in an interview, you have been asked to appear for an interview. So your discussion continues, you are done with all the interview, and now you know that meeting is going to end. How would you end? You want a call to action. Always remember, any discussion, any speech should have a call to action. So in the interview, this person is saying, okay, what next? So thank you very much. It was very interesting to meet you, and I look forward to work for your organization. What is the next step? So I'm asking you, will HR contact me, or I should contact your HR? Or the other question could be, by when can you revert whether I have been selected or not? Call to action. Yeah. Elevator pitch. What could be the call to action? I am hoping this is the last time I will be talking about this company. We need to close on this investment. I want to know if this is a yes or no. You want to take an action. Like what? You are expecting the other person to say whether he is convinced or not convinced. You want an answer. What's the next? Any discussion, any presentation, you should always think in mind, what's next after this? Yeah. Meeting. Suppose you are about to end the meeting. What's next? Then you are saying, okay, let's do a brainstorming session next week. So there is a follow-up. Collaboration. Let's work towards solving this problem by being more transparent with each other. You are already giving us a next step. Sharing ideas. So suppose you have been discussing something with your teammates, and then you are about to end the meeting, But again, what will be the call to action? We will closely watch development and keep you updated. Yeah, that's call to action. Okay. Any questions so far on call to action? No? Okay. So which means everyone is clear. Next slide, please. Okay, so now let's look at the complete leaders script. Suppose you have to write this. So then what we can do is, grabber is, do you have a minute? Okay, so that could be my grabber statement. So you will not say no to when I ask you, do you have a minute? You will say, okay, tell me what do you want to say, right? So that's my grabber statement. Message, I know we can fix this situation for our customer. The moment you say, we can fix this, and the other person is struggling with an idea, with a solution, that person already knows that, okay, makes sense. Let me talk to this person. Okay, so that's message. Structure, how you want to structure it now. Look at this example. First, we will interview our customers to help us understand their core problem. Now again, which technique is being used? Problem solution. Okay. First, you are talking to your boss or your team member. First, we will interview our customers to help us understand their core problems. I will probably arrange the interview schedule next month. And then second, we will assign a team to resolve the situation. So you have stated a problem. Now you are saying, you have stated a problem here. So what is the second? We will assign a team to resolve the situation. We may need a group of 3 to 5 members. Third is our leaders will follow through to make sure it is fixed. We may have weekly meetings or catch up, the progress. Yeah. And the last one is, let me know your thoughts on this. You are not leaving that person. You want to know whether that whatever you said, that person is convinced or not. That's call to action. Okay? Clear? Am I clear? Any questions so far?
Yeah.
I know we are reaching 10 o'clock. Everybody is eager. Okay. So now let's quickly go to the next slide. There is this assignment. I know we don't have time here, but what I would like you to do is you can take any of these situations. Okay, take it as your home challenge. Okay, take any of this challenge. Yeah, go back to the previous one, Tim. Yes, you can take any of these assignment, either it is networking or job interview or pitching, and then you can take a screenshot if you want for this and prepare your speech. Okay, prepare your speech and present it in front of the camera and then post it on your FB group. Right, Miss Tin? That is how we do the home challenge, right? So
yes.
Yeah. So maybe just explain it slightly more on the home challenge, Miss Tin.
Okay, so you will pick one topic that you would like to, and then choose another learner to pair with you. So this will be complete by 2 people, and you'll pick another person and choose one topic. And you can do a role play. For example, if you're in a job interview, one person can be the interviewer and the other will be the interviewee. And practice the lead the script that we're learning, and then you can upload it into our Facebook group as usual. And the deadline will be by 1st of December.
Okay, let me explain it once again to make it more clear. Can you go back to the previous slide? Suppose I and Miss Teen are part of one group, yeah, one pair. Now, if we take, suppose if I take pitching, okay, elevator speech, for example, pitching, okay, and she takes networking, she has to prepare a presentation and present to me. So that means she wants to network with me. Okay, she will prepare the script, having a grabber, having a message, having structure and call to action. She will present to me. And I, as my work, as my home challenge, I will work on pitching. So the pitching exercise is like, you have a potential idea. I have a product and I want to pitch to Miss Teen. So I will present to her, convince her to buy my product. So I will start with a grabber statement. I will have a message. I will structure my speech, and finally I will have a call to action, which is very clear. I want her to sign for this product, right? Buy the product. Simple. So that's my call to action. So I will do that. So just make a pair between yourself, select one topic for yourself and one topic for the other person, and just present to each other and record it and put it on the FB, right? Miss Teen, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are we clear on the assignment?
Yes. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Sorry. Can you take this? Have you all noted down the assignment, or at least taken a picture? Yes.
I will post in the Zalo to remind.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Before, I know it is time. Before we leave, just share one point. What will be your takeaway from this session? What you learned? One interesting thing which you learned today. Quick. You can take this out, remove this slide from the show so that I can see everyone together. Yes, thank you. Yes, I just want one sentence. What is that one thing which you have learned new today? Come on, everyone has to say that one point which you learned different today. Let's go. One by one, please. Yes, please. Miss Hien.
Today, we learned about how to structure a effective speech.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Next. Let's do it quick so that we all can go and have our dinner. Let's go. Yes, Miss Tui.
I understand more clearly about a project structure.
Great. Thank you. Next.
You're welcome.
Next. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Everyone has to share their. Yes, Mr. Khoi.
Yeah, I learned how to grab the attention of other people. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Next. Yes. Next. Yes, Mr. Who's speaking? Go ahead.
Hello. So in today's lesson, I learned how to structure my conversation so that to make sure that it is effective and attract the attention of the listener. Yep.
Thank you. Next. Yes, Miss Tui.
learned how to end the conversation not using traditional ways. And thank you. Goodbye. I can how to end discussion. What's next to do or what next step? Thank you.
Call to action.
Call to action. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, next one. What one point which you would take for today? Those who have not yet answered, please go ahead. Yes.
Yes. I like the way to start the audience.
Startle, yeah, startle the audience. Yes,
Yeah,
very good.
you.
Thank you. Yes, Miss Queen. Go ahead, Miss Queen.
Yeah, so I think I just learned how to structure my discussion with others, and I think that I will apply maybe the four ways to improve my speaking with other people.
Thank you. Very good. Yes, Miss Tom.
Today I learned about 4 parts of a little script from grabber, matrix, structure, and finally the call to action.
Very good. Thank you. Yes, Miss Wing.
Today I interest in the call for action. It's making me to continue the communication and expand networking. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Next. Those who have not spoken, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, this lesson is quite good for me because I can change my the way to give the message to catch the audience attention. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Next. Who has not spoken yet? Miss Tan.
Today I know how to structure PREP, position, reason, example, repeat the position with the conversation another. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much. Yes, Miss Huang.
Miss Fu.
Miss Fung. Sorry.
Yes, today I have learned about PREP and how to grab someone message and structure. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, great. I think has everybody shared? Is anybody left? No, right? Okay, great. So sorry for taking 9 more minutes, but yeah, thank you so much for your time today. I hope you got something new today, and I enjoyed the session with you all. So thank you very much, and have a nice evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, teacher.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.